Hello, my name is Danny. This is my review of the Game of Life Twists and Turns. We actually traded in our Monopoly Electronic Banking World Edition for this game because that game just sucked. The biggest thing about it was the electronic banking unit. This one has the electronic life pod. It's basically the same thing, but it is way better and more reliable. I mean, I don't even question this thing. It keeps track of everything for you. It's a very nice addition. I would definitely recommend this game to everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and show you everything about this game and what makes it so great. Okay, here is the new board for the Game of Life Twists and Turns. It looks completely different. There's nothing really the same about it. Um, my major complaint is kind of personal. In the old game, you would add attachments to the game. You put little mountains, little roads, buildings, whatever. This game doesn't have any of that. That kind of sucked. That was kind of fun to put that all together at first. I mean, I don't know. That was just fun to go over those little mountains, but nothing really that big. The cool thing about it, though, you have four different start spaces there. Four different ways to start this game, which really changes the way you want to play this game. So that's pretty cool that you can change the way you play this game. Every game is going to be a little different depending on what you want to do. Um, really, the one I found the best is the Love It. It gives you lots of life points. It just seems to be the way to go. But we have had one winner in the Earn It, where they got a bunch of promotions, then went to the Love It and just completely dominated the whole game. So you have lots of different options to go from in this one. It's just completely different. In the Learn It area of the game, it's the one in blue. You start there, you go. You have to pay tuition for your college or whatever. You can earn degrees. Well, you earn a degree actually, and you get lots of life points for that. You pay tuition again if you want to go get your PhD, which gets you a promotion in your current job, 3,000 life points. And then at the end, you can even choose your a new career if you'd like, which is pretty cool. You can go into whatever you want, maybe make some more money. Um, the other one is Earn It. I personally like this one just because you can choose a career that doesn't really need degrees and then get promotions right away. I mean, well, actually, not right away because you have to go through the whole section here and finally get one of those promotions. You can only get one of those. So you can choose to get two promotions or just one promotion. But if you want to get two, you have to go the long way around. I mean, it takes a little longer, but it's definitely worth it. You get lots more money. Um, the Love It, basically, it's your family life. You get married there. You have lots of chances to get babies all around the board. You can get twins, everything. Lots of car spots, a lot of house spots. Eventually, you have to actually stop and try for a baby, not one of those unexpected accidents. um, that's a pretty cool place to start. I recommend starting there. Definitely if you want to try to get ahead of everyone first. The other one here is Live It. Haven't really had much experience with that one. I haven't gone through it. But right off the bat, it hits you with $20,000 for travel expenses. That really sucks. I mean, at the beginning of the game, you don't have that money. So it's kind of a setback. It does get you lots of life points throughout the whole game. Well, you can get up to, I think, 5,000 life points right off the bat, which does put you far ahead, but again, you have to pay lots of money. But really, the money thing isn't really that big of an object in this game, it seems. The more life points you get, the better chances you have winning here. That is all the spots on the board. Again, very nice layout, very easy to understand. This is for every player to use. At the beginning of the game, you all take a reference card, which is that. It tells you everything you might need to know in the game, how to add babies, how to buy a house, how to buy a car, everything would need to know to punch in that life pod. And everyone gets this little scorecard. These little arrows at the top, you actually stick here where it says married or have babies or PhD or degree, which house you may have. You also put your career card to this board to mark which salary you're currently at and which promotion you're currently at. Um, it's pretty cool to be able to keep track like that. It's very nice. It's very organized. Nothing wrong with it. Um, it's not really necessary. I mean, the game, the life pod actually keeps track of if you're married, how many babies you have. It doesn't keep track that you have a PhD, so that's really necessary on there. But it keeps track of which house you have, so it's not really necessary, but it does make it a little helpful when you're looking at other people's cards and see what they've got compared to you. Each game you start off with a skateboard. Every skateboard is in different color there. Unfortunately, there's only 4 players in this game, not 6, so that kind of sucked. But again, this is very cool. You start off with a skateboard, and you go through the board, and you can land on spots that say or have a little car on there. That means you have to buy a car. Now, you have 2 different options when buying a car. You have the cheap piece of junk car and a nice sporty car. That's $10,000, $50,000. The first one, the $10,000 car, it really depreciates in value, so eventually it will break down and you won't even have a car anymore. The sports car, where it is a little more money, it will actually gain in value over time and become a classic car. So really, there's no point in buying the piece of junk car if you can get a car. You might as well just go into debt and get the nice car. The first car adds +1 to your roll each time, and the other car adds 2 to your roll, so you get to go around the board a lot quicker, which helps you out in the long run because you want to get through this board quick to be able to get to some of the spots pretty quickly. Okay, and last but not least is the life pod. Very nice layout. You got 1 through 10 and a 0 there. The first thing I want you to do is choose how many years you want to play this game. That is actually how many spins. Really recommended if you're playing 4 players. It's going to be quite lengthy. For every 10 rolls that you do, it's going to be at least an hour. 2 players, probably a little less, so every 10 rolls would be a half an hour, really. If you're first playing this game, it's going to take you a lot longer to figure everything out first, so it'll take probably double that. So after you choose, let's say 11 years there, it will ask you to enter your first card. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it says I have 11 turns in this game. There's the card. It goes in nice and straight, no problems with it. It always comes up the right card, no problems. This little thing keeps track of everything you do. The first line is for your money. The second line is for your life points. At the very top, it'll keep track of your houses. There's 3 different houses, one for $200,000, one for $500,000, and one for $1 million. You can buy one of each, which is pretty cool. It also keeps track of your car on the very top and how many babies and if you're married. This thing will keep track of anything you have. I mean, it's just very organized and very nice to do. So the first thing you do would be spin here, and it actually adds up your money. You get $5,000 for every $5,000 starting out for every career. I got a 10, so of course you would move the 10 spots and follow whatever space you land on the board. So in conclusion, I think I would definitely give this game maybe a 4.5 out of 5 stars if I'm going to be picky. But really, 5 stars. It's a great game, nice addition to life. I recommend it to all my friends or family. Go out and get it if you like the game of life. It definitely adds a lot to the game.